Hi, you guys. I'm Saraya from AEW, and these are my firsts with Virgin Radio. My first record album that I bought, HMVs are still around. I don't know if HMVs are still around now. They are. I don't know. But yeah, HMV, and it was Destiny's Child album. And I'm more of a rock girl, but I love me some Destiny's Child. So yeah, they were the first one. And Mariah Carey's Emancipation of Mimi, and that was also the same time I bought both of those CDs. The first wrestler I was starstruck by was Stone Cold Steve Austin. I love him so much. Oh my gosh. So like I couldn't, I was sweating. I just come out of a match, of course, but I was about to do his podcast. I met him a few times before that, but I was really going to have a conversation with him this time. And the whole way through the podcast, I was touching my hair. I was sweating profusely. Like I was a hot mess because I just was so, like, I just loved him so much. And he's just my favorite of all time. And I based a lot of my character on what he used to do back in the day. And we're neck buddies. We both have busted necks. Isn't that the dream right there? The first concert I went to was Billy Talent. And you know what's really messed up is that my boyfriend at the time, I was very young. I was like 14 or 15 or whatever. But he bought me like 20 or 25 different gig tickets for my birthday. And then we broke up like the next day. And so I had all these gig tickets. The first one was Billy Talent. The next one was Goo Goo Dolls. But I went with friends and like, you know, I was just... It was so awful because he wanted to come with me to all these things. But I broke up with him the next day. I'm an awful person. I was 14 though, so forgive me. First wrestling match I remember watching on the telly. Actually, you know what it was? It wasn't American wrestling. It was British wrestling. And my dad used to watch World of Sport, and he used to have them on video and stuff like that. So I used to watch, for example, Fit Finlay before he went to the WWE. I'm trying to remember the exact match. I'm not going to be able to tell you. Oh, Giant Haystacks, Brian Maxine, like all these old school British wrestlers. My first pro wrestling match, I was 13 years old, and it was me in this 3-a-side tag, and on the opposite side, I was too scared to wrestle anybody else. First of all, let me tell you how it all started. I already knew how to wrestle, except from one of the girls it was on my dad's show, didn't turn up, so he was like, Rhea, get your ass in the ring. I'm 13 years old. I'm like, okay. Didn't have wrestling gear on, was just in my normal street clothes, but I said I would only wrestle if my brother Zach was on the opposite side. And so he dressed as the Pink Power Ranger, and he put these fake boobs on, and you know, he tucked it, and yeah, I ended up wrestling him in this match, and I got my first concussion the first match. I don't really remember most of it. I just remember being on my back while my brother's pinning me, and my leg is in the air, you know, in slow motion, and I'm like, this is awesome, I love this, you know. So yeah. The first poster I put up on my bedroom wall was Rikishi, Scotty 2 Hotty, and also a South Park poster. It was Eric Cartman saying, "You will respect my authority." Yeah.
And the first film you remember watching?
The first film I remember watching, oh my gosh, okay. Oh, it was probably something like, my mom and dad have a big age gap. They're 20 years in between. So my mom is a 70s kid, my dad is a 50s kid. And so I would watch old school stuff like Zulu. But then The Warriors is one of my favorite movies of all time. And then my mum would like maybe watch Rocky Horror and all that kind of stuff. I can't remember my first one. I just remember all the weird stuff my parents would watch on the TV, which Rocky Horror is probably the top of it. And I still love it to this day.